Hey guys, how's it going? I know it's been a while. I actually haven't made a video in like 2 weeks or something like that. I have some stuff planned technically, but I wanted to make another video. This was something that I figured I should talk about because I've actually have had it for a long time, and that's the Rokoko motion capture suit. I never properly gave my thoughts on it, my opinions, my review on the suit, and I kind of wanted to just air out my opinions on it. For one thing, it's not a bad suit. If you came to hear whether it's a good or bad suit, it's not bad. It's really good. Is it the best suit in the world? Probably not, but for the price, to be honest, it's really good. I'll show it, actually, why not? This is the suit. This is the suit. I have the gloves too. It's tight, but it probably should be. Jojo, pose. And the gloves are over here because I used them recently. Gloves. I've had the suit now for almost a year now, if I'm being honest. I think it's been like almost a year of me having the suit. I haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to use it outside of the cyberpunk project that I'm working on. It's saved me a lot of time. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, outside of that, my opinions on it, it's a great suit. There are definitely some caveats to it that I've had problems with, and some things that are more nitpicky to what I do and how I run like my YouTube channel and things like that. But for instance, streaming. This is a very small nitpick, but something that has been a problem for me in terms of making content and uploading it to you guys. Or when it came to streaming, which by the way, I'm streaming on Twitch every single day, Monday through Friday, so check that out. One of the problems that I've had was I couldn't use the suit while on stream. The Rokoko suit runs via Wi-Fi. Makes sense, kind of how it works. It doesn't run through like a Bluetooth sort of system, it's through specifically Wi-Fi. So the biggest problem was when I'm streaming, like with Streamlabs, which I'm using right now to record this to you and have my mic at the same time, it doesn't work. It causes a lot of interference and the character starts glitching around, and that has been a big problem for me. I feel like there's only glitches right now because there's so much going on, and you can see red popping up a lot. This is the first time I've attempted to do this live while like having everything on. So I don't know if it's just terrible with this, and this is something that I just can't do live, or not. This is having a lot of issue right now. Where the fuck did I go? So the fact that I have the cyberpunk project and a good majority of it is relying on Mocap means I can't stream or show BTS of me doing the suit. Like I can't move around and talk as the character. It doesn't matter. It's one of those things that I feel like is a very small nitpick, but because it runs on Wi-Fi, I don't know, maybe if Rokoko, if you're watching this, I don't know if someone could at least enlighten me that if maybe I used a wired network, it would make the Wi-Fi connection much better, at least for when it comes to streaming, or if there is a way to use the suit while streaming. Something else that I didn't know, I have the Rokoko suit 2. I have the newest version. It was like $4 grand and $40. If we're gonna be exact, it was what is it? 40/40, just 40/40. I don't know why my brain is clipping on that. Yeah, the streaming thing, it's kind of it's been the most nitpicky of problems that I've been having with the suit. Another problem that I have noticed, and I'm gonna kind of list off all my problems, but obviously I'm not necessarily shitting on this because it has helped me a lot, and I'll get to those points later, but I might as well get to the nitpicks now. The biggest thing outside of streaming is connecting the suit. The suit connects obviously via Wi-Fi, and my Wi-Fi has 2 networks, a 5G version and just like a normal version. I don't really know why there's 2 and not just 1. You need to make sure that you have your Wi-Fi set. This was something I didn't necessarily know about, that there would be a huge difference between using one version of the Wi-Fi and the other. Thought it was under the same thing. probably more my fault, to be honest, but it sometimes takes a while to connect the suit, and I've had that problem a lot. Sometimes there's a lot of firmware updates, especially if you're not using it every single day. You'll pretty much, every single time you put on the suit, especially if you're using it like maybe once a month, once a week, you're probably gonna have to update the firmware, which is kind of a process in terms of having to plug stuff in, do all that stuff. Again, it's very nitpicky, not much of a problem. The major nitpick though, in terms of like when it comes to the actual production side of it and not fucking wearing it or using it for content on stream, is it's a little glitchy. And by glitchy, I mean there's a lot of sliding, there's a lot of like when you clap your hands, if you're using the gloves, they kind of go through each other when you're actually clapping. So if you want to clap, you have to like kind of pretend from like a different way while looking at the screen to like make it. And that's been a bit of a problem for me personally. I don't really like the fact that I can just kind of, that it's not fully connected or things are sliding. Sometimes like you shoot through the ground, you clip out, or an arm fucking jiggles in some random direction or whatever. That's been a big problem, but it's not a huge problem because most mocap suits have this issue. Obviously there are better systems out there, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's things like the Xsense suit, or even like the really big studio versions with camera sensors all around your studio, and you know, the ball suit one too, that's one. But there are definitely more accurate suits out there. The only reason this becomes a problem is because it does take a lot of time, or a decent amount of time, to edit the mocap to then look good, to take out all those glitches, or maybe your arm clips through your body and then you have to like kind of fix that. That's kind of another issue. That's kind of, again, very much a nitpick. I'm gonna sound like a broken record by saying nitpick, but it is, because personally it's much better than just hand animation. Hand animation is a very long process. Depending on the animation, you could just do like a little head turn and call that a day. But to do like a full character running, or doing like a dialogue sequence where, you know, a character's sitting there like, well, do the thing, please, because you're doing the all those like little exaggerated moments are very hard to do in hand animation, especially to make them look normal. So to even have a mocap suit that does 80 to 90% of the work for me, and the rest of the work is really just me editing the mocap data and retargeting it onto a character model. Usually I retarget first and then edit, because that way I know if anything's clipping through anything. It's a small thing. It's very much a small thing. And outside of that, I've been having a great time with it. It's helped me tremendously. The Cyberpunk thing is like almost 20-minute long video. The fact that I wanted to do this in 4 months was almost impossible, but the fact that I have the suit means I can actually just do long-winded takes of animation and like literally act out an entirely dialogue sequence that's like 5 minutes long, parent it to the, or retarget it to the character, and then boom, I have my animation. Now at this point, the only thing that's gonna take a while is rendering.
Look at this shit. Look at this stupid bullshit.
But that saves me so much time. If I had to animate the whole like 5-minute dialogue section, it would have taken me like literally a whole year just to make that. So the fact that I have this and it's saving me that time is chef's kiss to Rokoko. I love you. But yeah, software wise, not bad. It does kind of annoy me that you have to pay for certain features, considering that you already spent $4 grand on a suit. Like, you have to pay for the ability to do facial motion capture. You have to pay for the ability to stream your Rokoko suit directly to whatever software you want, like Blender, Unreal Engine, Cinema 4D, Maya, etc. Which would have been easier because I could have already had my character rigged up, hit record while doing the mocap stuff while it's already animating on my Blender file with the character that I want it to rig, so that way I can even see if things are clipping and maybe try to alter my movements to fix that. Outside of that, I mean, it's not that expensive, but it's one of those things that, like, considering that it's such an indie tool, to have to spend more money on something that you already spent pretty much all your life savings on, it does kind of suck, I'm not gonna lie. Now, power. Its power, incredible. The battery for this thing lasts like fucking forever. I swear to God. It uses, they give you recommendations. You use like a portable battery. This one, for instance, this is a Anker battery. I don't know if you can read that. It's an Anker battery. This thing lasts forever, and haven't charged this thing since I've gotten the suit, and it's at full charge. Four things, full charge, which is crazy. Apparently these last like 6 hours or so. But what's nice when I'm actually doing mocap, I'm really only in the suit for like 10 minutes, which comparatively to hand animation, oh my God. I just got done. What else is there for me to do? I did the whole scene. Do I just sit here and not do anything? Do I still keep going? I could do more scenes, I guess. I don't. What else is there? 10 minutes of just being in the suit and you have your scene. Incredible. So because I'm in it for such a short period of time, and it's only every couple of weeks that I really need to get in it, the reward of having this suit is incredible. Now, I should talk about Rokoko's AI motion capture suit, which is not a suit. It is literally just you recording a video like this and doing the motion, and it will use AI to create mocap for you. This is actually free. They give this to you, which is insane that this is like free and you can use it. You don't have to use stuff like Deep Motion AI, which costs like 20 bucks a month, and then you can actually use the full capabilities and not just 10 seconds of it. It's literally insane. Now, the pros and cons to it, I don't purely know. I don't really know. I haven't used the AI software yet, but I would assume that it is less accurate than their suit. I would have to assume that. Why would the people that are making this $4,000 mocap suit give you a better version for free? That's sort of my mindset going into it. So I would assume there's a lot of problems tracking. I've seen footage of people using it like straight raw, and tracking wise, I can see that it's probably worse than just using the suit, and that makes sense. But is it worth getting the suit? I would say yes. If your big thing is hand animation or character animation or making short films like me, using the suit is probably the way to go. It'll save you so much time. It'll make your production like 10 times faster, doesn't matter. If you use character animation, get the suit. Now, what I recommend is possibly getting the gloves as well. The gloves are actually really important to, you know, getting that finger motion. It's one of the harder things to animate in my opinion. I recommend getting the full package. The whole thing is $4,000. Now, they do have the first version of the suit, the Mark 1. I don't know how they go naming convention-wise, but the Mark 1, I'm gonna say that, is much cheaper. It's actually about, I think, $1,000 cheaper. Would I recommend that over the second one? I don't know. I think the second one is definitely better for some reasons that I don't know, but I recommend it. I think it's a good suit. And Rokoko's been kind to me. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm just kind of purely making this video. I have asked them a lot of questions over Instagram or YouTube videos in their comments, and they have been nice enough to DM me back and forth about stuff, and have even, you know, shared some of my posts on their story, which is cool. I like that. I like the support Rokoko for a small guy like myself doing this. But yeah, that's kind of my review on the suit. I don't have much else to say about it outside of the nitpicks that I have seen with it. But currently for my own projects, the way that I use it is strictly for dialogue scenes, because they're the longest and more drawn out and more detailed in terms of animation, because it requires a lot of like movement and stuff. And it's not like a fight scene where all I have to animate is like a guy like setting up, round back, and then punching another dude, and then the other dude reacting and like flying back or whatever. That stuff I like to hand animate. Anyways, yeah, that's my thing. I hope you guys enjoyed. By the way, watch the podcast, the third party podcast. We have probably a new episode already out, and if you haven't been keeping up, you should watch. It's pretty good. It's with my friend Alex. We're sponsored by Skillshare over there, so go check that out for 30% off. And for this channel, technically both are my sponsorship, but we're gonna ignore that. For this channel, we specifically have W. W's a energy drink, very small company for energy drinks. You probably might have seen me drinking it on like streams and stuff, but it's a very small company. You know, companies that make stuff like this. It's the same type of thing. It's sugarless energy. It's, you know, it's good. it's just good. That's all I'm gonna say, it's good. And if you use my code JRB at checkout or click the link in the description, you get 10% off any purchase. So be sure to check out W. They're a small company. I like the idea of helping out small companies, so go check them out. Anyways, that's the video. I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Peace.